Hello, good morning, friends. This is another random WOTV video, and today there's a new DLC. It's the I guess it's a new week. The reset just happened, and there are two new units available. One of them is available for 5K paid. I believe his name is Ash Axter from FFB. Really cool unit. I don't think I'm paying for a unit because it's like about $100 or something. And then the second one is gonna be Leela, a new version of Leela. UR 100 cost, and I believe she's a black mage, and she's ice. So while this loads, and hopefully it doesn't crash, unfortunately, there's been a little bit of drama in the WOTV JP community, and it actually revolves around some of a global guild, Cayenne. Cayenne, of course, being Oran J's guild, former guild. And what happened is somewhere yesterday night, I log in and I'm just, looking through my stuff, and I like to go on X, and recently this week I've been following a lot of Japanese gacha players and stuff like that. So along the way I saw I think this guy here, Senna George, and he I saw a bunch of posts that were just showing the total scores for Trials of Reckoning. And what I saw was it said Cayenne was rank 1. So apparently what happened is they were somehow running a macro or something on BlueStacks to do dailies. That's what I read in the Discord. And somehow, some way, this macro ended up over farming the boss. I really don't understand any of that. They did say something about that it was like maybe an interaction with the code, the code of the game and what they were doing. It's really hard to say, but if I go here, right, so we have a notice and it says thank you for continuing. We have recently confirmed that some users have been tampering with app data to gain an advantage, right? Because on one hand, it kind of does seem like, it was intentional, right? Because getting rank 1 in a Trials of Reckoning, well, that gets you a title and obviously a little bit better rewards. But at the same time, from what I understand about the guild, they were going at it pretty casual. And I was, of course, following them a little bit, just because I follow all of anybody who's from global. I kind of try to follow them and see what's up with them. And I can't explain what happened because they didn't go into much detail. They just said something. I think it was Asha who said this on Discord. There was something with the macro they were running to do dailies and to set proxy for their, to log in every day. I don't know what they were doing, to be honest. I personally don't really have a problem logging in once a day to do my dailies, and then maybe set up a background farm. And just logging in once a day for 15 minutes really isn't that bad. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes if you include the quick pick or the quick battles. So yeah, unfortunate, because I think that they got suspended, which is a big bummer for me. I really liked them. They were probably the highest rated global guild, and they had just kind of absorbed some of the members of another global guild that was looking to I guess reorganize their members between some other guilds, because they had been suffering from people quitting, and I think people in leadership quitting specifically. So if we hop back into the game now, Trials of Reckoning, I believe, is over. I'm gonna have to confirm that. What did I just get there? Some mission? But I believe Trials of Reckoning is officially over. And can't even see my scores. Okay, that's fine. But I definitely did not rank as highly as I did during FF7, the last Trials of Reckoning. I just kind of went at it, you know, super casual. I was farming it on multiple accounts. But let's just have a quick look around and see what the new week has brought. I think there's about 16 days left for this collaboration, and we have this new shop, paid shop, of course. Leela shards, 300 ticket, so nothing special here. One thing I've noticed is these packs are always the same now. They used to kind of rotate packs, but no more. And they're doing this Elemental Fest. I'll come back and pick that stuff up later. And then the new unit, which can be bought for stuff. There's also a new high-powered spear that you can clear with like all the spear units and stuff like that. But for now, that's kind of been the day today. Where yesterday I thought Cayenne just, you know, went all out, but some of the JP players were explaining that, you know, because I'm not that good at Trials of Reckoning. I never really tried that hard, but they explained that how like most of the top ranking players are, you know, Royal rank 15, and ex-global players, like there's no way that somebody's that high Royal rank right now, because that's like, you know, a couple $1,000s, if not like $10,000 or more. So it'd be nearly impossible for ex-global guilds to come in and just outperform everybody. So it had to be a cheat. It had to be a bug. They said it was a bug. You know, it's hard to know if that's true, if it was intentional. From their, I think if I go back really quickly, they linked some of their chats where they're kind of discussing, you know, how they don't know what happened. So it looks like it was an unintentional thing. It's really hard to know, of course. So that feels bad. And I did make a video last week. I tried to pull Elsorel. She's gone now. I tried to pull Elsorel. I didn't get her on one of my accounts, so I didn't really upload the video. But little Leela, okay. So is there any way to see? Let's just take a look at her limit burst really quickly before I do some pulls. I told myself I wouldn't really pull that much anymore. For some reason, I think this might be a really good partner for Summer Amnilus. I believe she's a black mage, so that was, and she's got Spellblade, and I believe she's a black mage, and I believe she silences, so that might be really good into wind, which has been a really popular element. So is there anything else to look at? Alright, well, I'll just try my luck just on the 4-step. Maybe buy the 300 pay ticket. I haven't been lucky on these 4-steps in a while. So it would be nice to actually just get the unit. For El Sorel, I have I started up an account like right at the end of FMA. Like I bought another account. And on that account, I did the 4-step for El Sorel. And I'm not even kidding, like 7 out of the 8 steps, I had a UR. And I didn't get El Sorel. I got like Exia like 3 times. Oh, I got so many URs, and then I went back to the regular banner, and I was doing these pulls with my wife, and we were like joking around. Oh man, double rainbow on the first pull. Dang it. I was really hoping that would just be it. That I would just be actually just getting the unit right away. All right, well this should be the unit, right? Oh my god. God damn it, bro. First pull double UR, and it's not the bannered unit. That sucks. But another interesting thing that's been going on is with the new story missions, where the interludes, they only have like the one part. So we're getting the third interlude, but it's only one part each. So is it possible that they're kind of fast tracking the story to kind of, you know, line up with their planned EOS, right? That's what that makes me think, because we've always had 3 parts to each kind of new chapter, but not this time. Only getting 1 part each. Okay, like 3 rainbows. So could that, you know, like, just to finish my point, could that be a sign of the end, right? But come on game, give me the unit. Okay, did I actually do it? I think I did it. Oh yeah, that's nice, bro. I haven't gotten a unit in a while, in a good while. Little Leela has always been like a fan favorite, and I think the comp that I would probably run her in would be Leela, Summer Amnelis, and then Helena, EOS Helena, which is also ICE, and then that's only 2 job groups, and I believe they have a good amount of overlap. And then of course I could toss in some ICE cards in there as well. Now the one card I don't have that maybe would be nice would be the what's it called, the wind resistance card, but I obviously can't get that one, it's limited. But I guess, you know, all of my bad luck on these 4 steps has turned around because I got Little Leela. So another UR. God dang, brother. God dang. There are still a couple of units that I don't have. Like, for example, Windmore. Obviously, Red Oberon. Garusa, the new Dark Garusa. And Sorel. Those would be some units I don't have. I also don't have the New Age Gilgamesh. And I have Whisper. For sure I have Whisper. She's 99 and everything. As I sip my morning coffee, alright, we'll just hit skip on this. Okay, just gonna skip this. because clearly there was nothing but shards on this. But the last unit I pulled Freya, I went to full pity for that thing, which was really rough. Really, really rough. Oh, little Leela. So, going back to the original point about Cayenne, are they going to be permanently banned from the game? Or is Gumi just giving them a temporary suspension? I haven't confirmed anything yet with them. I believe I'm not entirely sure actually, because it was somebody else that's not in the guild that said looks like they're banned. But what they did say is that they removed them from the Trials of Reckoning rewards, so they're not eligible for the rankings. But after this, double Leela, nice. But after this week, it should be Leela's card, and then it's going to be the end of Valkyrie profile. It's going to be the last week of Valkyrie profile. So this probably is going to be a UR. We'll just have to see. We will just have to see. Oh yeah, and a really good card that I have for this team comp is Garusa's card, which is Black Mage and Mace. So between that and Shiva, that's 2 agility magic cards. So I just need to find like some more cards. I'm not 100% familiar with. Oh dang, bro, a new unit. Who's this? Jaden the Celebrated. I didn't have him yet, and I don't really care for this unit, but it is what it is. So what I might do is max reincarnate Amnelis and start running this team, or at least have this as an option in my for just doing arenas, because I do have Narsh in there as well. So maybe Narsh, Leela, Amnelis could be a really good team. I'm not entirely sure, but I am really glad to actually land the unit for once. So hopping into my VCs really quickly. So if we go into my hollow VCs, okay, as you see, I have like 6 billion gil, but I practically have all of my hollow vision cards maxed. I'm only missing these 2, and they're like well on their way. So that feels pretty good. And then even my regular vision cards, like look at how many I have maxed. And a lot of them that aren't maxed are actually just really, really close. Like this one's probably really close. Shiva I might have to work on for running that team. But a lot of my vision cards are just maxed. And the reason why that is I've just been doing, I farmed a lot of gil. So now let's just do this, and this. So this is my Black Mage card setup. Oof. So this is one agility card. I believe this is also another agility card. Dang, that's actually not that good, because I don't think this covers Mace, right? This does not cover Mace. This does not cover Mace. So this one covers Mace, but this is not a great card. It's okay, like if I had to use it. This one is useless. This one covers Mace, and it's not the greatest, but it could be a decent sub-slot card. So I might be looking at using some ice cards for sure. Now this one is also covering Mace and Black Mage, so that's some decent options. This one, you know, just Black Mage, but this is probably the one that I would be building around. So now let's take a look at ice and see what's up with my ice cards. So yeah, it's only really these two that I would be utilizing for an anti-wind team. So not terrible, not terrible. I might look into that, but at least for the moment I can farm her shards and all that stuff. And let's see, who do I toss out of the racks? I think it's gonna be Roy. I've been keeping Pain in the barracks for a while now, just because if they ever rerun this collaboration 10-2, I would like to get Pain level 99 and maybe like level 115 if possible. That would be really nice. And just because I loved Pain so much in global, she's just such a clutch unit. And ice, you know, ice wise, I'm like I'm solid, but for sure this is an amazing unit. So one thing I did recently, I used a lot of transcendent mind spheres, or I used like almost like 1500 on Irina and Rufus. And the reason why I did that is because I used them in all of my like quick battles, because they're gunners, they have lots of range, and they do pretty well. And they obviously make matches shorter, right? Like it's much shorter than running like, let's say, a tank, a healer, and a DPS, right? Like if you're running that and you're doing 5 battles every day, those 5 battles are gonna take forever, or at least they're gonna take a lot longer. So I like to go with a just offensively focused team, so I don't have to stress that much about, you know, it taking me 45 minutes to clear 5 just regular battles, right? But just by looking at, you know, just these mind spheres, like look at how many transcendent mind spheres, 2400. So I could easily max reincarnate Amnelis, and I could even like pop this. What is this? Oh, FA. Where's F? Oh, I guess that's for Roy. I could get Roy to 120. But even off of that, like all of these extra mind spheres I've been getting, all from just farming Gil. And if we look at Irina, I think she's close to 40 reincarnations now. I think that's where I stopped. Let's see, 37. So I got like about halfway to the attack, which is really what I was aiming for, to get some more attack. And Rufus about the same thing, 30 reincarnations. So I did about 70 reincarnations on these 2 units, and it's been working out. So if we go here, right, we had one of these class matches or something like that, which may be over now. I don't know if we're getting another day of these. So, you know, I'm almost at this upper rank, but I didn't quite get there. But like, what am I, rank 2000th? That's not terrible, right? That's pretty decent for obviously I had a lot of catching up to do, because every time they run this I have to like climb from 0 pretty much. But this is the team I run. So we've got Little Curry, and then Rufus Irina, right? And then we've got double agility, we've got 1 attack card, 2 human killer, and then Falsette's card with like missile attack and luck. So 2 luck cards, and this is, I believe this is an accuracy card. And even though like full evasion probably still beats me, semi evasion probably doesn't. But this team does pretty well, like even into some meta teams, some like really strong meta teams, I still sometimes come out on top. And the whole strategy is just to, you know, do a lot of follow-up attacks. And since I got Dark Bahamut and Dark Ramu, I'm getting that man killer. I've got 2 man killer cards, so the damage is actually pretty nice. The only thing is I would like to have like a better commander for this squad, but I don't know what would be like. There's nothing really available right now. And yeah, like she's a commander, but she gives like defensive stats like slash res, magic res, and acquired AP. That's not really good. She does give haste when you drop below a certain percentage. It's not terrible, but clearly not that useful. And I think Jaden just gives accuracy and something else, not that insane, and then a heal bag. So it's whatever. But this is kind of the team that I just run for these 250s. And if it was 270, I would like to have maybe what's her face, Charisse. She seems pretty good. And then here, this is the team I run for just doing my daily 5 battles, right? So I've got basically Maviana instead of Curry. So it's the same setup, instead of Maviana instead of Curry. And this team obviously does pretty decent as well. Most of these cards cross over, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the cards affect bow and gun. So in a way, I am kind of looking for perhaps a new bow unit, a new gun unit to complement these 2 units. Maviana's alright, but I definitely still lose to really high ranking players. Now, aside from that, let's take a look. Just one last thing, if I have any. Okay, so not really anything important. You know, I would like to have this unit if discounted packs were still around town. I would love to have this unit. So wow, so his TMR looks like his weapon. That hasn't been a thing for UR units. Pretty cool, honestly, pretty cool unit. I think he's a really good commander. I don't know where his commander ability, like I would have to look at it again, but I think his commander is really nice. It does like it does like some nullifications for the enemies, and his limit break is the FFBE kind of animation style for limit break. So pretty cool. He would be a nice unit to like luck into in the future. But of course, after this, after this is going to be Halloween. And then after Halloween, it should be the anniversary. So you could buy this card. It's evasion, attack, and something else. Probably like AoE or single target resistance. But you know, it's only got 3 groups: Katana, Spear, and Black Mage. So it's a little bit odd. This is an odd card because it's an evasion card. Spear isn't really known for being evasive. It's more of a bruisery team. Katana isn't really known for its evasion. Like, you could definitely work on evasion, but it's not an evasion focused element. Like, nobody really has, you know, Nullify Sure Hit and stuff like that. And Garusa, Oberon aren't really well known for this. And then Black Mage, it's kind of the same thing, right? So it is what it is. Now, this Esper is really good, but I didn't get it. I got it on one of my accounts. But yeah, this Esper is like one of those must-pull Espers, especially for anything related to PvE. It's got 2000 max damage limit up. You can get 25 slash attack. It's got 25 water attack. It's also got crit damage nodes, and then AP consumption down. So as a generic slashing Esper for PvE, this is now the de facto best Esper, because you're getting the damage limit up, which you can't get on any other Esper. You could still get 25 slash attack plus crit damage, which is basically comparable to any elemental based Esper, which gives, you know, 25 of the element attack plus 25 killer. This will get you like 40% modifier instead of 50. So you don't really lose any damage on a slashing unit per se. Even on a non-slashing unit, you still get the crit damage nodes. So it's still usable by basically any of your like biggest chainers. This thing is really good. The vision card as well is really good for what this composition wants to do. You've got Greatsword for Elsorel, Bow, Fist, Mace. One team that's been popping off is Full Water. Full Water is in full effect right now, because Elsorel, her group buff gives follow-up attack to the entire group, which is really nice. So let's see if I can look at one water team that's running that. Def not. This might be one. Def not. This might be it. Okay, I can't seem to find it, but Elsorel, Ovelia, and Samurai O is like a really meta strong team. So that's probably why you're seeing a lot of lightning right now. But right now it's basically wind, water, earth, and light are kind of the de facto elements. So for me, I fancied Little Leela because I really want to make sure I can do I can beat, like, you know, full win teams, and I think Little Leela is probably gonna be really good for that, but we'll have to see. The main problem with these win teams is these two units, okay, Freya and Moore, both have some really strong status effects on their limit bursts, where she can berserk, and she also has a stun on her other ability, and she charms. So both of those status effects are incredibly hard to deal with. As soon as you get berserk, that's basically GG. You kind of lose the match. And Moore just does so much. She's so tanky. She's so good. I kind of would have liked to have her, but I'm just not really feeling, you know, spending $100 for one unit. That's just not what I want to be doing in the game. Like, I'd rather pull units with my Viz and just live off that, and just, you know, focus on small expenditures, not really do anything big, anything important. Mainly, I just don't think that it's really that meaningful at the end of the day. You know, having really meta team comps is nice, but I'm okay without it. I'm really okay without having like the top tier meta comps. This, you know, Red Rose Helena has just been one of my favorite units so far, and I could probably get her. I could get her close to 40 reincarnations now, which is nice. Let's see where my Summer Amnilis is. Because I believe with her, what I've been doing is trying to farm some more JP. And once I have more JP, I will probably max reincarnate this unit and just start using it. So I'm at 500k. I could be there. We'll have to see. I really like this unit. I should have probably started using it, but I'm still sticking to my guns for now. And Narsh, Narsh is really nice for all types of stuff. So one thing that I'm doing now is working on like some of the old units. Like you see here, I have like Miranda, Whisper, these 5 units, 6, 7, 8. I'm reaching the point where I've got a lot of units that can hit 99. So I've leveled up their jobs and stuff. That's kind of like my next building block. And I've got a lot of units that are actually really close to, like here's even another one. They're really close to being level 99. And the more units I get to level 99, the easier time I will have collecting some of these like you see right now I only have 500. That's because I blew like I don't know how many, like I think I was at like over 4,000. So I spent all of this on VP Mind Spheres because I got Valkyrie up to 120, and now next is Freya. And then, I'll keep them in the racks for as long as possible to get my Earth unit up. But, like, let's say I spend all of this, I'll probably have like 3,000 Mind Spheres. And then the more units I have above level 99, the more of these I will get every time I spend Gil. So that's basically where I'm at. And even here, right? Like the month reset so I can buy these 2 things. I'm out of those. But like you see, the new card is here. So in theory, I could just get that maxed. And then I could even just get Shiva maxed if I really want to, because I could just go here and then just buy like 15 or something, 150 shards, and boom, Shiva maxed. And I get of course you get so many of these when you do Gil summons. But that's basically gonna be it. I went on a big rambling spree as always, so peace out guys, till next time.